My name is Misaki, and I'm a part-time homemaker. I live with my husband, Charao, just the two of us. We've been married for a few years now, but... Hey, Charao, how about we go somewhere on your next day off?
Oh, that sounds great. Since we're at it, why don't we take a drive and go somewhere a bit farther?
That's a good idea. Oh, how about a day trip to a hot spring? It'd be a nice change of pace.
A hot spring, huh? Yeah, that sounds like a solid plan. I could really use a break from work.
Hee hee, now that we've decided, we need to figure out where to go.
If we're going, we might as well get some good food too, don't you think?
Okay. Let's come up with a plan where we can enjoy both great food and a relaxing hot spring.
I can always count on you, Misaki. You're great at researching and planning.
We hardly ever fight, and both my work and married life are going smoothly. Every day feels happy and fulfilling. But there's one issue I've been struggling with for a long time.
Hee hee, Cheryl, you are so funny. I've been laughing nonstop.
Same here. It's just that you always seem so interested in what I have to say, so I keep wanting to talk to you. You're really good at listening, Buriko.
Oh? Are you saying that Misaki doesn't listen to you properly? I mean, your stories are so fun. How could she not listen? Wow, Misaki's so mean.
My older sister, Buriko, is married and no longer lives at our family home. But whenever we happen to visit at the same time, she acts overly familiar with Charao, even in front of her own husband, Daiki. On top of that, while she's talking to Charao, she keeps sneaking glances at me with this knowing look. It's as if she's enjoying my discomfort, but honestly, this isn't new. Buriko has always been like this. Buriko, why were you hanging out with my boyfriend?
Why else? He invited me, obviously.
Just because he invited you, seriously?
Oh, and he told me something interesting. He said I'm way more attractive than you.
Even if that were true, you knew we were dating. I even introduced him to you as my boyfriend.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But, when we hung out, he actually confessed that he wants to date me instead. What should I do? Maybe I will date him.
This happened back when we were in high school, and it ultimately led to a huge fight with my boyfriend, resulting in our breakup. Right after that, he started dating Buriko, and she made sure to rub it in my face every chance she got. Buriko has always been the type who can't stand it if I have something she doesn't. She has to take it for herself. Even after growing up and moving out of my family home, thinking I was finally free from her, this is what happens every time we see each other. I returned home feeling awful, and a few months later. Wait, a business trip? Again? You just had one last month.
Yeah, and this time, it's a bit longer. I'll be gone for a whole week.
A week? Hey, you've been working late more often, and now these business trips are happening more frequently too. Not to mention, the trips themselves are getting longer.
Well, that just means the company sees me as valuable. Honestly, I feel pretty motivated by it.
I get that, but you were even working on your day off the other day. If this keeps up, I'm worried you're going to overwork yourself and get sick.
I'll be fine. Besides, if I keep proving myself, there's a good chance I'll get promoted soon.
Lately, Charao had been working late more often and going on frequent business trips. And now, he told me he'd be away for an entire week. But when he finally came home from this latest trip, he walked in with Buriko. Hey, Charao, mind explaining why you're coming home with Buriko? You said you were on a business trip, didn't you?
Yeah, the trip went fine. But today, I have something important to tell you.
Oh, something important, huh? So you're just going to brush off my question? All right then, what's this important talk that's apparently more important than anything I have to say, as your wife?
I've decided to be with Buriko. So, I'm divorcing you.
Sorry, what? Mind saying that again?
Oh my gosh, Misaki, are you already losing your hearing at your age? How sad.
Excuse me, I was talking to Charao, not you, Buriko.
Whoa, so scary, Cheryl. Did you see that? Misaki's always so mean to me.
Yeah, just like you said, Buriko. Misaki, Buriko is your older sister, isn't she? Shouldn't you be treating her with more respect and kindness?
Kindness? I don't think that's the issue here.
No, I never realized how cold-hearted you really are. I mean, treating such a kind and wonderful sister like this. I refuse to stay married to someone who can't even get along with her own sister.
Wait, listen to me. I wasn't trying to be cold, I just...
Pathetic excuses won't change anything. I've made up my mind. I'm going to marry Buriko. She's beautiful, sweet, and actually kind. So I'm divorcing you. End of discussion.
The moment he walked through the door, All he could say was that he wanted a divorce. It seems like Buriko had, as usual, done an excellent job of making herself look good. Charao had completely fallen for her. Seeing him so hopelessly smitten, I decided it was time to enlighten him with some facts. Kind and beautiful, huh? Charao, are you really sure about this?
Of course I am. From now on, I'm going to protect Buriko, the kind and beautiful woman she is, and build a life with her.
Oh, is that so? Well, if that's what you've decided, I won't stand in your way. But just so you know, Buriko's been divorced 3 times. If you're fine with that, then by all means, go ahead.
What? 3 divorces? Ah, yeah, right. That's gotta be a lie.
Oh, poor thing. You really don't know anything, do you? Guess I'll have to fill you in. Chara laughed off my words, but I could see the unease in his expression. It was obvious that Buriko had never told him the truth. Slowly, anger started creeping onto his face, his fists trembling as realization set in. I crossed my arms and scoffed. If you think I'm lying, why don't you ask Buriko directly?
Obviously. There's no way Buriko's been divorced 3 times. Right, Buriko? This is just one of Misaki's made-up stories, isn't it?
Of course, Misaki's just trying to make me look bad, like she always does. She's been like this forever. Isn't she just awful?
Yeah, you're right. I never realized how vile Misaki really was.
Buriko dramatically leans against Charao, pretending to be heartbroken. And of course, Charao, completely fooled by her act, glares at me instead. So, I decide to show him the truth. Even after seeing this, you still want to protect Buriko?
What are these pictures, Buriko? And a bunch of men I don't recognize.
Well, you wouldn't know them. But I'm pretty sure Buriko does. Here, take a good look, Buriko. Does anything ring a bell? The first guy, charming and fresh-faced. The second, serious and responsible. And the third, a bit older, more mature.
No way. Those pictures, why do you have them?
Oh, I kept them. Figured this day might come, so I held on to them as proof. You really thought I'd just sit back and let you walk all over me forever?
Buriko, what the hell is Misaki talking about? Who are these men?
You see, they're…
Since you two are about to be husband and wife, shouldn't there be no secrets between you? Come on, Buriko. Stop stalling and tell the truth. The pictures I showed Charao? They were all of Buriko's ex-husbands. At first, Charao refused to believe it. But when he noticed Buriko's obvious panic, his expression started to shift, his face growing darker by the second.
Wait, Buriko, don't tell me these guys are your ex-husbands. So that means Misaki was telling the truth.
Oh, come on. So what if I've been divorced once or twice? It's not a big deal. Besides, if you divorce Misaki, you'll have a mark too.
No, of course it's a big deal. You're telling me you've been for 3 marriages already. That's not nothing.
Ha! And what's that supposed to mean? You're one to talk. Besides, who was it that told me my past didn't matter? Huh? You were the one going on about starting a new life together, remember that?
Faced with Chirayo's accusations, Buriko finally snapped. She shook off the arm she had been clinging to and dropped her sweet, syrupy tone. But I wasn't done yet. I was about to corner her even further. Oh, and let's be real, you didn't just keep this a secret from Charao, did you?
Yeah. When I first heard about all of this, I was just as shocked.
What? Daiki, what are you doing here?
It's not just Daiki. Honestly, Buriko, you never change.
Buriko, what the hell have you been doing?
Wait, Mom, Dad, what is going on here?
Ugh. I mean, if you had thought about it for even a second, you'd have seen this coming.
Misaki, you set this up, didn't you? This is entrapment. It's practically fraud. Calling Daiki and the others here behind my back. How dare you?
Wow. You and Chara really love throwing boomerangs, don't you? You two went behind my back, cheating on me in secret. Did you really think you wouldn't get caught? Buriko was visibly shaken by Daiki and my parents suddenly appearing. But what made it worse for her? I had already explained everything to Daiki. She hadn't expected this at all, her face twisted in panic, cold sweat forming on her forehead. Too bad, Buriko. You thought you were covering your tracks, but I saw through everything.
Hey, you've been ignoring me this whole time. What the hell is going on? Explain this. What do you mean, 3 divorces?
Fine. I'll explain it for you. Before Buriko married Daiki, she had already been divorced 3 times. And every single time, the reason was her cheating. If Daiki divorces her now, that'll make her a 4-time divorcee, all because of infidelity.
Cheating! Buriko, you told me you were completely loyal once you fell for someone. Were you just making all that up?
Ha. Oh, excuse me, but aren't you cheating too? Why am I the only one getting blamed?
You came on to me first.
Oh, please. And you just went along with it, didn't you? Don't act like you're some innocent victim.
Churao and Buriko had completely forgotten about my parents, Daiki, and me as they started arguing. Just moments ago, they were flaunting their relationship in my face. Now, they were tearing into each other, looking utterly pathetic. Their selfishness was infuriating. So, hate to interrupt your little fight, but could you save it for later? I'm divorcing Churao. You and Buriko can live however you want. But just so we're clear, you're paying what you owe me.
Wait, Misaki. I take it back. I can't be with a serial cheater like her. I don't want a divorce. Forget about Buriko. Let's just go back to the way things were.
Excuse me? That's some record speed backpedaling. But sorry, not happening.
Come on, don't be like that. It was just a moment of weakness, that's all.
That's enough. How dare you treat my daughter like she's disposable?
Exactly. Someone as indecisive and dishonest as you is not welcome in this family.
Please, don't yell at me like that, sir, ma'am.
My parents' fury exploded when Churao desperately clung to my arm. Startled by their raised voices, he stumbled backward and fell onto the floor.
Misaki, please, forgive me, I was wrong. Sir, ma'am, I sincerely apologize.
It's too late. The moment you cheated, you were already done.
Ack. Why? Why is it always Misaki? Why? Why do you always take everything I want?
Oh? Funny, from where I'm standing, you were the one doing all the taking.
Because you were always smiling, always happy, and I wanted that. Everything you had, I wanted all of it. But no matter how much I took, it was never enough. You just kept finding new happiness. So why? Why can't you just do the same this time?
Did you really think I could just move on so easily? Do you have any idea how much it hurt every time you smiled while taking everything away from me?
Like I care. I decided a long time ago, I'm taking all of your happiness. I'm the only one who deserves to be happy.
Wait, you mean the only reason you came after me was because?
That's right. If you weren't Misaki's husband, I wouldn't have cared about you.
Buriko's outburst left Churao in utter shock, his face drained of all color. Daiki, who had been quietly watching, let out a deep sigh.
Buriko, I never imagined you were this kind of person. I can't stay married to you anymore. I'm filing for divorce.
We've warned you so many times about your behavior, Buriko.
And yet, this is what you've done. Enough. Buriko, we're done with you.
No, Mom, Dad, you've always forgiven me before.
Not anymore. All you ever did was make Misaki suffer. We talked to you so many times, but you never changed.
We won't clean up your messes anymore. Don't ever come back home.
Dad. Mom. Is that really how you felt all this time?
Yes, sweetie. We knew how much pain you were in. We hoped we could help Buriko change, but...
We failed you. And now, things have come to this. I'm so sorry, Misaki. Daiki, we also owe you an apology. You wasted so much of your life because of her. I'm truly sorry.
My parents bowed their heads in apology to both Daiki and me. I had always assumed they were on Buriko's side, but it turns out I was wrong. Unexpectedly, I had learned how they truly felt. Then, turning back to Churao, who was still collapsed on the floor, and Buriko, who was sweating nervously. I can't forgive either of you, Buriko or Churao. We're done. I'm cutting ties and getting a divorce.
No, Misaki, please, think this through. Let's start over. I swear I won't cheat again.
You don't get to say again. The moment you cheat once, it's over. And since this divorce is because of your infidelity, you'll be paying for it. Expect a hefty compensation.
Please, Misaki, I was wrong. I'll do anything.
Buriko, you're not off the hook either. I'll be sending you a compensation claim as well, so be ready.
Buriko, like I said, I'm divorcing you too. So get used to the idea.
No way. But I don't even have a job. I don't have any savings. How am I supposed to pay? Dad, Mom, help me.
We've already disowned you. Figure it out on your own.
Exactly. You expect us to help you when you still haven't even tried to take responsibility. We're done with you.
So, with that settled, both of you, get out of my house. Now! I kicked Chorao and Buriko out of my house. After that, I successfully divorced Chorao and made sure he paid the full compensation. At first, he refused to go through with the divorce, but with the help of a lawyer, I was able to finalize everything. He kept trying to contact me, begging to reconcile, but I changed my number, moved to a new place, and made a fresh start. Buriko also had to pay compensation. And as for Daiki, he did go through with divorcing her. Since she was jobless and had no savings, she tried to turn to our parents for help. But they had already cut ties with her and refused to even acknowledge her. With no other choice, she ended up taking on debt. The financial strain caused tension between her and Chorao, and eventually, they broke up. Now, the two of them are left with nothing but their debts and a lonely, miserable life ahead of them. As for me, Daiki, thanks so much for coming over, especially on your day off.
No problem at all. You did mention you're not great with this kind of stuff. If you ever need a hand with anything, just call me anytime.
That's reassuring. Honestly, I'm really terrible at assembling furniture. Even when I follow the instructions, I can't figure out which pieces go where.
And let me guess, you always end up with extra parts left over?
Yes, exactly. How did you know? And after a few days, the whole thing starts getting all wobbly.
Misaki, that's what we call being bad at this.
I thought so. Haha. But seriously, I really appreciate your help. As a thank you, let me treat you to dinner tonight.
Huh? I only helped with some furniture. That's way too much.
Not at all. It means a lot to me, so please let me do this.
Well, if you insist, I guess I'll take you up on that offer.
Today, Daiki came over to my place. Since moving, I've been gradually buying new furniture and appliances. But the truth is, I'm terrible at assembling furniture. When I mentioned my struggles to Daiki, he immediately offered to help. And just like that, he put everything together in no time. As a thank you, we decided to go out for dinner that evening. Life has been busy, but trying new things has been exciting and fulfilling. I made up my mind, moving forward, I want to keep living my life like this, feeling fulfilled every step of the way.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.